Test. One. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Alright, my name is Eric Moore. I'm here to do my vlog for the New Student Dialogue that took place a few weeks ago, actually, and this is actually due tomorrow. So, hope this is kind of what you guys are looking for. But my New Student Dialogue was on rape culture, and basically what we're supposed to do is achieve true dialogue. And a true dialogue is when people communicate with each other, participate, listen to each other, and there's no judgment anywhere, and just pretty much hear each other out, fill in your own opinions, and go from there. And let's see, my group, do I think achieved true dialogue? We answered questions that were asked. We kind of participated in the activities. We definitely participated in the icebreakers that nobody really likes to do anyways, but we did it. And we pretty much struggled. I won't say struggled, but we pushed through the 2 hours and got what we needed to get done. So we sat there, we did our icebreakers and introduced everybody. We sat back down and we did a pinwheel activities, like what we think about without realizing it, like during the day, like religion, social status, and all this stuff. But after we got through, like, basic, I guess, just basic stuff in the beginning, we then progressed into the actual rape culture topic. And there was a leader in my group that shared a questionnaire, and it was really cool. I mean, it was pretty interesting. It was like she asked us questions to see if we knew the answers to them, and we knew some of them, like where she was from, was she an honor student, was she a good student, and all this stuff. But she was actually physically abused and sexually abused, but can't go into details. But she didn't really give us any details. But we sat there and they acted out a skit, and it was basically about a man that was robbed downtown. Well, not really downtown. It's a scenario downtown, and he goes to police and says, "Hey, I was robbed," and all this stuff, and the police officer was basically blaming the guy for getting robbed because it looked like he advertised himself out there, like he was just like going out there asking to be robbed. And for that's the most cases, like for people that say they were raped, they're like, well, were you dressed a certain way, or did you put yourself in a situation where that could be likely or possible? And that's pretty much, they play the blame game on the victim instead of the person actually doing the rape. But unfortunately, that does happen. And another question I get to answer is active voices in the dialogue. There were maybe 8 people that actually contributed to conversation. I was one of them. I did answer some questions and put in some of my thoughts and gave some feedback. But there were others that basically took it all as a big joke and didn't really care that they were there. They were just cracking jokes literally on almost everything somebody said. It was really annoying. But there's people that took it both ways. There was people who just sat there the whole time. There were the quiet, reservative ones. And then there were basically, 8 people that just took away the floor. There were plenty of opportunities for everybody to talk and read and put in their input, but some just chose not to, and that's cool. But it would have made it definitely a little more interesting. But the role I did play in my group, I did have some input and answered questions and contributed. But I haven't been sexually assaulted, or I don't have any personal experience with rape culture, so I didn't really have that much input in that case. But I did share, answers to questions, asked me what was the best barbecue in Clemson, and it was definitely the Smoking Pig, so I added that input. But there were more questions like that and activities to participate in that I took part in. And why do I think the dialogue is a component of C1000? Honestly, I think it's a part of it because they think it's gonna maybe make some friends, or get on some personal level with other people that you don't already know. But it's not a very successful thing, because being students and transfer students and I guess new students, there's a really big, shell or wall around people because they don't like to let it down, and they just don't really like to talk to anybody or anything. So they're really quiet and reserved and just keep to themselves. But I think this dialogue actually tried to break some barriers down, put people on like even ground. But there are always like people sign up with their friends to go to these things, and they stay in their little cliques and don't really communicate with others. And there's always going to be those groups of people that just hang out with each other and don't really care who they hang out with or anything. But another question, please, any additional thoughts or observations? Other than, we made it through 2 hours. It didn't seem like 2 hours. It actually felt shorter because, it was kind of involved and it wasn't that bad. It was kind of interesting on the topic choice. But other than that, it was almost like a class. We had to sit there for 2 hours and suffer through it and then make this video. So that's all I got. Eric Moore, I'm a sophomore, and I was in the bridge program, so that's pretty much why I get to do this, because I'm a transfer student. But thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. This is going on the YouTube channel. But thanks, and we'll see you guys later.